Hello friends, coming to you again from Oak Island. It's chilly today, or inside. Making a little video. Let's get started. Find yourself in a nice comfortable seat. Your seated mountain pose. Feeling steady like a mountain. Very tall through the crown of the head. Holding onto the knees, maybe bring your chest forward a little bit and your shoulders round them up, back, and down. Start to breathe. Notice your breath. We're breathing on purpose. Lips together, teeth apart. Soft inhalations. Feel the chest rise as you really fill up, and slowly exhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Feel the belly pulling in at the bottom of the exhale. Pause for a second. Inhale. Just notice how you feel. We're going to move into a breath practice called cooling breath. You breathe in through your mouth, and you're going to make a little sort of a Cheerio shape with your mouth, or if you're a tongue roller, roll your tongue, and you're just sipping the air in slowly, noticing how cool it feels as it enters your mouth. And then on the exhalation, we're going to breathe out of the nose. So notice how warm that air feels in comparison. Slowly inhale through your mouth. Closing your eyes might be nice. You might notice a little whistling sound if you have that Cheerio shape, and then softly exhale through your nose. Feel your belly button pulling in. Again, inhale through your mouth. Feel the chest rise. Exhale through the nose. Lips together, teeth apart. 3 more on your own. If you feel like you're coming forward, rock yourself back a little bit so you feel tall. Blink the eyes open. Remember, this is your welcome mat. Take your hands, rubbing them together like you're putting lotion on. Rubbing the wrists, rubbing the palms, just kind of warming the hands up a little bit in a soft way. And then send your chest forward a bit and your arms back. Feel graceful here. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Crossing one arm over the other, and rub whatever you're grabbing. Your arms, your shoulders. Noticing which arm is on top, we're going to switch it out. Open, and then close the other way. And then pause wherever you are. Settle the shoulders down. If they're up by your ears, relax them down and back a bit. And then let's just softly bow the head, stretching the back of the neck. Don't go too far. Now take some big, deep breaths. Notice your arms rising and falling. You're breathing so deeply. And pause, releasing your hands down. Take your hands together like you have a little bowl of water. And you're going to watch this bowl of water come up as you bend the elbows, keeping the elbows bent, bow the head, like you're pouring this water down your back. Take your hands down, and then allow the hands to come flat against your neck and rub straight to your collarbones. I like to press a little bit here. And then take your hands to heart center. Come up with that little bowl again, like you're scooping water. Make this feel good. Little arch in the back, follow with your eyes. Now start to bow your head as your elbows bend more. Take the hands to the base of the neck, and then as you let your head come up, so you're gazing straight out, come down to the collarbones, and bring the hands down to the heart. Let's do 2 more on our own. Make your little bowl like you're scooping. Follow up. Start to bow the head. Pretend the water's pouring down your back. And then the hands come to your back, collarbones, and to your heart center. One more time. Scoop that water. Hands come to the collarbones and back to heart center. Now give a little press. Remember, you can tent the fingers. Feel your biceps light up. Breathing softly but deeply. Now take the hands down by your sides. Sit very tall. Use your hands to help you. Shoulders down and back. And let's do some sun circles 3 times. Look up and bring the hands down through heart center, bowing the head, following with your eyes. 2 more times. Big inhalation. Down through heart center once more. Now we'll take the hands up and twist to the right. Slowly open. I'm mirroring you. Open the hands. Let the other hand come behind you to help you sit tall. Notice if you're leaning back. If you are, just walk that hand in so you feel tall. Allow the eyes to look over the front shoulder, moving slowly. Keeping the posture like it is. And coming back. Sweep this hand out, back hand out to the side. Both hands come up, look up. Big breath in, now gaze forward and exhale, open to the other side. Pressing a little bit into this, the knee that's farther away. Now trying to take myself into a deep twist. And slowly come back up. And we didn't turn our heads. So now I'll take the hands to the lap and just allow your head to turn to the right slowly. And come back. Now we're balanced. And we're going to stir the pot. Imagine this is your spoon. You're going to send your chest forward. Now remember, if your legs aren't comfortable, change the crossing of your legs or kick a leg out. Something so you feel good. Both legs can be out if that feels best to you. Exhaling on the fold, getting the air out, making more space. Inhaling across the top. Next time you come up tall, if your legs are crossed and it's comfortable for you to change the crossing the other direction, do that, and then exhale, change your direction. One more time around. And come up. Now we're going to go onto our hands and knees for 3 cat-cow poses, and we're going to do that. You have the option of doing cat-cow in the seated version, where your knees are pointing up. When you inhale, bring your chest forward, separate your knees to get space, drawing yourself forward, looking up. And then on the exhalation, you are the cat, around the back. Pull the belly in. Slowly inhale, forward, and exhale, the knees point up. You're very rounded. If you're on your hands and knees doing this, we'll just do our 3 starting now. Pull the mat toward you. So you're just isometrically pulling. Let your belly drop. Look up. Shoulders are not past the wrists. Pull the belly in around your back and let your head fall. Pressing into the tops of the feet. Inhale, relax. Let the belly come down. Nice arch in your back here. And then round your back, pressing up and out. Take time to tweak anything that doesn't feel right. You want to bring your hands in a little more because they feel like they're out too much. Just pause for a second. Do it slowly. Exhale. and then come back to neutral. And I was not counting. Curl the toes under, and let's come into downward facing dog. Now, if you would like to make your way up to standing in some other way, go ahead and do that. We're gonna lift the knees, hover for a moment, start to set the hips back, and then up nice and high, and walk your dog. You're pedaling your dog. So you're bending one knee and then the other. Maybe taking a little peek under each arm. And then pause, look up at your hands. Start to take that little walk up to the top of the mat, unless you're already up there. And we'll roll up, letting the middle fingers trace the legs, keeping your spine very rounded and a bend in the knees until you come up. Shoulders come up to the ears. Let's do a couple shoulder circles. Up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Now we're going to move into another breathing practice called breath of joy, also called conductor's breath. And this is fun, and it really kind of gets you energized. So what you do is you take one inhalation that encompasses 3 short sniffs. So your sniff, 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 that's, and then you relax it down. You roll on up. You can have your mouth open, or you can just exhale strongly through your nostrils. And then one more. And just relax down here. Separate your feet right under your hip points. Hold on to opposite elbows. Nice bend in the knees. Maybe find a little bit of swaying here. You really want your head to feel released and your shoulders to feel released. So let your shoulders really rock around here. Don't hold them stiffly. Option to let the hands go down here. Inhale, keep that bend in the knees, and exhale, let your hands just walk to one side. Nice and soft and buoyant in the knees. And then inhale back through center and start to exhale, walk your hands to the other side. Don't go too far. Still breathe, releasing your head, coming back through center. And we'll go ahead and reverse swan dive. You can always roll up, reverse swan dive, flip your hands at the top, and come down through heart center. We'll do 3 half-sun salutations. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down, leading with the chest. Palms face down here. Come down. Inhale for a half lift, pressing into the shins. Hands into shins, shins into hands, creating that soft bend. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Palms are facing down, then they flip as you bend your knees. Come up. Bring the hands down to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale like you're gathering something. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale for a half lift, maybe coming up to your thighs. Still pull your shoulders back. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Up to the ceiling and back. And one more time. Inhaling up. Exhale, swan dive over. Inhale for a half lift. If you touch the floor, pull the floor toward you. More weight in the balls of the feet. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Up to the ceiling and back. Now let's open your heart. Do that open your heart flow. Reach back. Draw the hands down and lift the chest. Now if this isn't comfortable for you, you can just place one hand on the other. Take your backs of your hands to your lower back. Anything that opens your chest. Draw that back. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe your hands come off your back. You can keep a little bend here. Inhale, chair pose. Release the hands. Draw the hands up, sitting back into chair pose. You're sitting into your heels. You can move your toes, and then you put your big toe down like it's softly pressing a button. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands come down to your heart. Once again, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold, allowing the hands to come off the back maybe. Release the hands, inhale, Pull the belly in. Nice long line from the head to the tailbone. Chair pose. I can wiggle my toes. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Not trying to force anything. Making sure everything feels good to you. One more time. Inhale, draw the hands back. Bend the knees. Come into a forward fold. Inhale, release the hands. Chair pose. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down. Let's move into a warrior one. With warrior one, your hips stay facing forward. Step your right foot forward, I'm mirroring you, and the left foot back. Now, I don't want to open my foot too much so that my hips are not facing front. So mess around here, find the spot where your knee is not past your ankle, your toes are facing forward, your leg isn't falling in, you can see your big toe, hips are facing forward. Warrior one, take the hands up, pressing a little bit into that outer edge of the back foot, maybe you lean back a bit, and if you came up, you can sit back down into the pose. Coming up, let's just move into humble warrior. Take your hands back behind you. Now just like you clap your hands and then you draw them down. Now if this doesn't feel good to you, take your hands to your hips, but still do that little shoulder circle. Draw them down. Humble warrior, you slowly are going to lean over, leading with your chest. Maybe coming down to the inside of that front leg, allowing the hands to come off the back. Wherever you are, you want to feel strong. You might be right here, hovering over, pressing into this front leg. Neck in line with your spine. Still breathing, breathe, breathe, breathe. And we're gonna come up. If you were all the way down here, start to lead with the arms. Coming up, and then we're gonna find some buoyancy here and step the back foot up to meet the front. Coming up, bend the elbows, bend the knees, come into a forward fold. You can hang upside down. Holding those opposite elbows, just relax the body. If you want to come into a full forward fold, come into a half lift first. More weight to the balls of the feet, and then relax yourself down. Don't overdo anything. A little bit of swaying sometimes feels good. If you're in a full forward fold, you shift the weight a little bit so that you feel more of the weight in the balls of the feet, and your hips will just come right in line with your ankles. Maybe. Then we're going to roll up, bend the knees, trace the legs with your fingers, and come all the way up. Hands come down to heart center. Let's take that to the other side. Now your left foot comes forward, right foot comes back. Warrior one. You want to feel like your hips are forward. I really pivot around a lot until I feel that. And if my ankle needs to come forward, I crawl my foot forward so that the knee isn't going past it. Warrior one. You feel like your hips aren't level, draw that front hip back a little bit. Remember, you can stay totally upright here. Soften the hands, maybe do a little circle. And let's come into humble warrior. Take the hands to the hips or draw them back. And then we're going to lean with the chest. Calming down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe tighten that back quad. Start to come up, really feel strong. Press into that front leg. We'll release the hands up. Come down to heart center. Find some buoyancy. Start to bend the back knee. You're on the ball of the back foot now. And step it forward. Let's do a sun circle up to the ceiling. Coming down into chair pose. Sit down into chair pose. We're already warmed up here. Feet are right under the hip points. They can always be together as well. We're going to come into twisting chair. Bring the hands to the heart center. Make sure you can wiggle your toes. Inhale here and exhale. I'm sideways, so I'm not mirroring. We're going to twist to the left. Now you can just rotate and stay nice and high. You can take your right elbow to your right leg and press out, or if it's available, take it to the outside of the left leg. Looking up, pressing out. Take a little glance at your knees, because if your knees are all out of whack, probably your hips aren't level. You want your knees and hips to be level. Always an option to open up here. Don't overdo this top shoulder. Remember that alignment, shoulder to shoulder, tracing your shoulders. Bring the top hand, if you are open, down to the bottom one, and then bend the elbows, come back, and up, right. Let's take a sun circle here. Exhale, bend your knees. Hands come down to the heart, sit back into chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, we're gonna go to the right this time. Now I'm not mirroring you. Let's go to the right in our twist. Remember, you have all three options. If you wanna open, make sure your hips are level. So you make sure your knees are level. Open, don't overreach here. Belly is in. Don't overlook with your neck either. Make sure you're in a good spot. When you're ready, take that top hand down to meet the bottom one. Bend the elbows, come into heart center with your hands, and then let's slowly do a sun circle and stand up. Bring your hands down to heart center. For a little balancing, we're gonna spread the toes on your right foot. Start to sit down. Now you could just bend the knees and just come onto the toe of your left foot, because I already started mirroring. If you want to come into standing pigeon or this standing figure four, you are bending the foot so that it's flexed. This protects your knee. And you're sitting down, you're already warmed up in this chair position. I'm not pressing on my knee, I'm just relaxing my hands. My core is working. Drawing my shoulders back a little bit. Maybe I can sit down a little more. If I want to come into a twist, take the hands to heart center. Inhale here. On the exhalation, twist toward the foot. Twist in the direction of the foot and open up, pressing the back of the hand into the foot. And really, you should keep your gazing point in the front, as opposed to moving your eyes. Take this top hand down to meet the bottom one. Come back up, and let's begin to stand. Bend the knee and take it down. Yeah, having a drishti, your gazing point, fix your eyes on something on the floor when you are balancing. Cut it out and diagonally in front of you, and keep your eyes on that. Now let's spread your left toes. Inhale here. On the exhalation, start to sit down. Come onto the toe, maybe flex the foot, and sit down. You can always rest your hands here. Draw the shoulders back. Make sure you feel good. Find your gazing point. If you want to move into a twist, take the hands to heart center. Inhale. On the exhalation, twist toward the foot. Keep your eyes on your gazing point. Open your arms. Keep that foot flexed. Press the backs of the fingers into the foot. Bring the top hand down to meet the bottom one. Hands come to heart center. Woo! Bring your leg up and down. Good job. Let's shake it out. And we'll do one more balancing posture. We'll move into pigeon. Not pigeon, dancer. Very well-loved pose with modifications. Dancer pose. We're going to balance on the left foot, my left and your left, and give a little bit of attention to the arch of the foot. Kind of spreading my toes, and then I'm kind of squinching them up a little bit. Paying attention to that arch. That arch attention will help you stand there. Come onto the ball, or the toe, the toe of the right foot. And then go ahead and bend your knee, keeping your knees close together, very close together, touching. Just hold on to your foot or your ankle. You can always use a strap here. Open your chest. Arch in the back, opening the chest, warming up a bit. You can stay right here. Breathing, breathing. If you want to move it to dancer, allow those fingers to travel around the toe. So the right hand is on my right foot and my thumb is touching the big toe. Bring your left hand out and push your foot into your hand. Now you can take this as far as you want, but you don't want to open up this back leg. Make it feel fine to you. And remember, you can stay with the knees touching and just holding on to the right foot with even just the right hand. When you're ready to come out, slowly bring the knee back in to meet the other one, and up and down. And then we'll take that to the other side. And you can hold that longer, pause the table, whatever you want to do. Spread the toes and then pay attention to that arch. So kind of squinch your toes up just the tiniest bit to find that arch in the foot, or just be aware of it. We'll go ahead and lift the left leg. Bring the knee up. Knees are touching. You're staring at something that doesn't move. Finding your gazing point, opening your chest. Breathing, lips together, teeth apart. Maybe staying here, otherwise traveling around with your fingers inside, elbow faces out. I'm touching my big toe with my thumb. Lean forward, gently pressing the foot into the hand, coming as high as feels good to you. You don't want to overdo it or let the leg open. You don't want to have your knee facing out. And then when you're ready, slowly, with control and grace, or whatever happens, come back in, releasing the foot, bring the knee up and come down. Now let's move into a forward fold, which feels really good after a back arch. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. Relax your head down, shaking it no. Pause, nod your head yes, very slowly. Breathing, lips together, teeth apart. And then bend your knees, let's come down to a seated position into staff pose. Dandasana, staff pose. Sit nice and tall. You want to be like an L shape. You're very tall. Use your hands beside you. Flex your feet back. Your hands help you to sit nice and tall. Now let's move into a twist here, keeping the feet flexed. Inhale up. On the exhalation, we'll go to the left, opening the hands to come somewhere on the leg, and the other hand sits behind you, looking back. And notice if that shoulder is up by your ear. Relax it down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Pressing the back of the hand into the leg, opening the shoulder. And then we'll bring the hands up above the head. Relax here for a moment as you inhale. On the exhalation, we'll go the other way. Where is that back shoulder? Is it up by your ear? If so, relax it down. Slow inhalation up, bend the elbows, and come down. Now we'll move into reverse table pose, where we're going to, let's see, I'm going to turn around, face, let you see my back. I'm going to place my fingers facing my body, about 6 to 8 inches. The fingertips are away from my hips. And on the inhalation, lift myself up into reverse table pose, strongly lifting up. Show you from a couple different vantage points. Lifting up, belly is up, feeling like the 4 legs of a table. And if you want to take this moving, you can stay there. If you want to take this moving, you would slowly begin to lower the hips, send yourself back, but almost touching the floor, not quite. You inhale up into table pose. Exhale, take it down, almost touching, very rounded in the shoulders here, like scales pose. And one more time, coming from reverse table, lower, with control. Belly is pulled in here, very rounded. Not trying to take my shoulders way past my wrists because that's not good. Inhale up. Always go with how you feel. Sit yourself down. And let's finish with 3 rounds of Robin's breath. Bring your legs into a nice comfortable position so you can not concentrate on sitting up tall. You'll be tall. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, send your fingers forward. Inhale, separate your hands. Lift the chest, arch in the back. Exhale, sweep the hands together. Pull the belly in here. Bow the head. Inhale, bend the elbows. Come back to heart center. Let's do that again. Exhale, fingers go out. Inhale, separate and lift. Exhale, sweep, pull the belly in, round, round, round. Inhale, bend the elbows, last time. Exhale, fingers go away, arms straighten. Inhale, cactus your arms, elbows back. Exhale, nice sweep of the arms, pull the belly in, fingertips touch. Inhale, come back to heart center. Thanks for doing yoga with me. Namaste.